be supporting sailor sports this season. Whether a basic wash or a full detail, we know that the key to providing you with excellent service is teamwork and attention to detail. So while the sailors are focusing on cleaning up the competition this season, we'll be focusing on cleaning up your vehicle. With affordable washes and a wide variety of detailed services, we have the game plan to fit your budget and needs. We are located at the corner of Highway 40 and Trafalgar Drive. Mountain View Car Wash, where there are no Hail Marys, just awesome touchdown dances.
Managing local land involves balancing resources such as agriculture, water, and wildlife. I'm Brian Ripley, and I have over 16 years of experience managing ranch resources as your neighbor here in Routt County. I'm the Ranch and Rural Property Specialist for the Paoli Group with the support of Colorado Group Realty. Put your trust in someone that has the practical experience and knowledge to help you with all of your ranch, rural, and equine property needs. I aspire to help you reach all of your real estate goals. I'm Brian Ripley, and you can find me at thepaoligroup.com in the Ranch Division.
I'm Terry.
And this is Phil
from Russell's Auto Salon.
If you need help with your auto collision repair, we make it easy. Just bring me an email and a claim number, and I'll take care of the rest.
Russell's Auto Salon, Colorado's premier collision center, leading the industry in technology, where we have gone green with Enviro-based paint. And we are proud supporters of Steamboat Sailors Sports.
Russell's Auto Salon, where we always meet by accident. 879-1515.
Russell's Auto Salon.
879-1515.
It's time now for your Steamboat Sailor Spotlight on 105.7 KTYV Sports on FM.
My name is Murat Washburn, and I'm a senior in Steamboat Springs High School. My number is number 3. I'm a forward. Years playing. I've been playing for 10 years. I also like to ski race. Outside of school and sports, I'm also involved in Ross Club. I don't know where I'd like to go college, and will I play in college? I don't know. In 10 years, I see myself on the World Cup of the skiing of the 5th Alpine World Ski Circuit. My favorite discipline skiing is downhill, just because of the thrill and the speed it gives. I've been skiing for ski racing for about 7 years, skiing in total for probably 12 years. My favorite subject in school is history. My favorite movie is Blades of Glory because of its funny quotes. Last summer, I went to Norway to ski. My favorite memory from the summer probably be just hanging out with my friends. It's my last summer being in high school, so my goals for this season are to be the best I can. My life goals are to be happy and successful. What I remember about being a sailor is the community and the spirit the students give. My name is Murat Washburn. I'm a senior in Steamboat Springs High School. Got to be a sailor.
That was your Steamboat Sailor Spotlight on 105.7 KTYV Sports on FM.
Let's go, sailors! Hi, I'm PJ Wharton, president of Yampa Valley Bank, Steamboat's only locally owned bank and proud sponsor of the Steamboat High School soccer broadcast. Well, falls upon us this time for some hometown soccer on the Gardner pitch. Yampa Valley Bank congratulates each player on the Sailor Soccer Squad. Steamboat High School athletics are an example of our genuine hometown. Yampa Valley Bank, genuine hometown banking. If you're looking for a better banking experience, walk, or better yet, slide tackle through our doors. Remember FDIC and equal housing lender.
Steamboat Ace is a proud sponsor of the Steamboat Sailors. That's not the only way Ace supports the kids in our community.
Hi, Bridget here from Steamboat Ace. We are so proud to be a part of the Steamboat community. It's our priority to support and encourage positive activities and hobbies for our youth.
How do you do that?
In addition to local scholarships, Ace invites the sailor community to fundraise for their activity or club by providing a great venue and supplies to host a hot dog or bake sale.
I love it. Every weekend I can shop at Ace and support a great cause.
Steamboat Ace, you're proud to support the Steamboat Sailors shopping place.
The Steamboat Sailors are on the air.
I'm Brian Harvey, inviting you to join me and Mike Deemer from Johnny B. Good's Diner as the Steamboat Sailors hit the road and head to Middle Park to take on the 1-1 Panthers in a hard-hitting affair. The Sailors football team is coming off a tough loss to the Moffat County Bulldogs and look to get back to their winning ways. The game starts at 6:30 and kickoff is at 7. And of course, you can listen to it on KTYV Sports on FM at 105.7 or by going to KTYV on the TuneIn app. And if you can't make it to the game, you can watch it live on the Steamboat Radio YouTube channel. Sailors football is made possible by Yampa Valley Bank, Alpine Lumber, Mountain View Car Wash, Russell's Auto Salon, Burlette Roofing, Steamboat Ace Hardware, Steamboat Resorts by Wyndham Vacation Rentals, Mountain Mattress and Furniture, and the Paoli Group with Colorado Group Realty. Bringing you Steamboat Sailors football this Friday night from Gardner Field.
Steamboat Sailors football on KTYV Sports on FM at 105.7 and SteamboatRadio.com. It's time now for your Steamboat Sailors Spotlight on 105.7 KTYV Sports on FM.
My name's Kevin Castor. I'm a senior. My number is number 17. I play defense. I've been playing for 10 years. I also like to play speedball and basketball. Outside of school and sports, I'm also involved in working and chilling. I like to go to college somewhere in Colorado. I don't think I'll play soccer or any sport in college. In 10 years, I see myself with a solid job and a house, or not even, maybe an apartment. My favorite subject in school is science, because physics is fun with Mr. Nielsen. My favorite movie is Step Brothers, because it's funny. Last summer I went to Europe and went to Spain and Italy. In Spain and Italy, I went with my sister and toured a bunch of places, both in Spain and Italy, and ate a bunch of food and had a lot of fun. My goal for this season is a playoff game for sure. My goals in life are to enjoy it and make the most out of it. What I'll remember most about being a sailor is the bus rides and how fun they are. My name's Kevin Castor. I'm a senior, and I'm proud to be a sailor.
That was your Steamboat Sailor Spotlight on 105.7 KTYV Sports on FM.
This is Skip Deardorff from Alpine Lumber here in Steamboat Springs. Alpine Lumber is a Colorado company and is committed to being the best supplier of materials and related services to the professional builder and homeowner throughout the Yampa Valley, offering lumber and building materials, hardware, paints, and stains. We are proud to sponsor Steamboat Springs Sailors soccer this season. Easy to find Alpine Lumber, located on Pine Grove Road past Walgreens. Alpine Lumber, employee owned and operated, the contractor's choice, the homeowner's choice.
Managing local land involves balancing resources such as agriculture, water, and wildlife. I'm Brian Ripley, and I have over 16 years of experience managing ranch resources as your neighbor here in Routt County. I'm the Ranch and Rural Property Specialist for the Paoli Group with the support of Colorado Group Realty. Put your trust in someone that has the practical experience and knowledge to help you with all of your ranch, rural, and equine property needs. I aspire to help you reach all of your real estate goals. I'm Brian Ripley, and you can find me at thepaoligroup.com in the Ranch Division.
The team of Mountain View Car Wash and Detailing Professionals is proud to be supporting Sailor Sports this season. Whether a basic wash or a full detail, we know that the key to providing you with excellent service is teamwork and attention to detail. So while the Sailors are focusing on cleaning up the competition this season, we'll be focusing on cleaning up your vehicle. With affordable washes and a wide variety of detail services, we have the game plan to fit your budget and needs. We are located at the corner of Highway 40 and Trafalgar Drive. Mountain View Car Wash, where there are no Hail Marys, just awesome touchdowns. Dances.
Managing local land involves balancing resources such as agriculture, water, and wildlife. I'm Brian Ripley, and I have over 16 years of experience managing ranch resources as your neighbor here in Routt County. I'm the Ranch and Rural Property Specialist for the Paoli Group with the support of Colorado Group Realty. Put your trust in someone that has the practical experience and knowledge to help you with all of your ranch, rural, and equine property needs. I aspire to help you reach all of your real estate goals. I'm Brian Ripley, and you can find me at thepaoligroup.com in the Ranch Division.
It's time now for your Steamboat Sailor Spotlight on 105.7 KTYV Sports on FM.
My name is Sam Brown, and I'm a senior. My number is 27. I prefer to be a defender. I've been playing for probably 10 years. I also like to play ultimate frisbee and spike ball and cornhole. Outside of school and sports, I'm also involved in National Honor Society and Business Club. I'd like to go to college at DU or CU. And will I play in college? Maybe. I definitely won't play club. In 10 years, I see myself on a beach with a successful relationship. My favorite subject in school is math. My favorite movie is Talladega Nights, because if you ain't first, you're last. I like this movie because it's funny. Last summer, I traveled a lot. My goal for the season is to hopefully win league. My goals for life are have a successful business. Well, I remember most about being a sailor is when we, as a team, carry a tree up Mount Zirkle. I'm Sam Brown. I'm a senior, and I'm proud to be a sailor.
That was your Steamboat Sailor Spotlight on 105.7 KTYV Sports on FM. Steamboat Sailor Soccer on KTYV Sports on FM is brought to you by
Yampa Valley Bank, Alpine Lumber, Mountain View Car Wash, Steamboat Ace Hardware, Russell's Auto Salon, Mountain Mattress and Furniture, Steamboat Resorts by Wyndham Vacation Rentals,
and the Paoli Group with Colorado Group Realty.
It's time now for Steamboat Sailor Soccer on KTYV Sports on FM at 105.7 and steamboatradio.com.
You already heard Brian and I talk about some of the finer points inside of the game. I do have a few things to update you on. I'll do it on the other side, though, sending it back to the studio for a quick little break, and we will be back with the opening kickoff. This is your Steamboat Sailor Sports Connection, KTYV 105.7. We're online as well at steamboatradio.com.
Let's go, sailors! Hi, I'm PJ Wharton, president of Yampa Valley Bank, Steamboat's only locally owned bank, and proud sponsor of the Steamboat High School soccer broadcast. Well, fall is upon us, and it's time for some hometown soccer on the Gardner pitch. Yampa Valley Bank congratulates each player on the Sailor Soccer Squad. Steamboat High School athletics are an example of our genuine hometown. Yampa Valley Bank, genuine hometown banking. If you're looking for a better banking experience, walk, or better yet, slide tackle through our doors. Remember FDIC and equal housing lender.
This is Skip Yerdorf from Alpine Lumber here in Steamboat Springs. Alpine Lumber is a Colorado company and is committed to being the best supplier of materials and related services to the professional builder and homeowner throughout the Yampa Valley, offering lumber and building materials, hardware, paints, and stains. We are proud to sponsor Steamboat Springs Sailor Soccer this season. Easy to find Alpine Lumber, located on Pine Grove Road past Walgreens. Alpine Lumber, employee-owned and operated, the contractor's choice, the homeowner's choice.
The team of Mountain View Car Wash and Detailing Professionals is proud to be supporting Sailor Sports this season. Whether a basic wash or a full detail, we know that the key to providing you with excellent service is teamwork and attention to detail. So while the Sailors are focusing on cleaning up the competition this season, we'll be focusing on cleaning up your vehicle. With affordable washes and a wide variety of detail services, we have the game plan to fit your budget and needs. We are located at the corner of Highway 40 and Trafalgar Drive. Mountain View Car Wash, where there are no Hail Marys, just awesome touchdowns. Dances.
I'm Terry.
And this is Phil
from Russell's Auto Salon.
If you need help with your auto collision repair, we make it easy. Just bring me an email and a claim number, and I'll take care of the rest.
Russell's Auto Salon, Colorado's premier collision center, leading the industry in technology, where we have gone green with Enviro-based paint, and we are proud supporters of Steamboat Sailor Sports.
Russell's Auto Salon, where we always meet by accident. 879-1515.
Russell's Auto Salon.
879-1515.
Steamboat friends, this is Charlie Green from Mountain Mattress and Furniture. Do you ever notice how grumpy your parents get when house guests arrive? Or how mean your big sister gets when you have to share her room for the weekend? I've got the secret to keep everyone happy. Stop by Mountain Mattress and Furniture on Loggers Lane for the best price and selection on Serta, Tempur-Pedic, and Simmons mattresses. Plus a great selection of linens and even comfy mattresses for the pull-out couch. If everyone sleeps, everyone stays happy, and a great mattress from Mountain Mattress and Furniture is the secret.
Steamboat Ace is a proud sponsor of the Steamboat Sailors. That's not the only way Ace supports the kids in our community.
Hi, Bridget here from Steamboat Ace. We are so proud to be a part of the Steamboat community. It's our priority to support and encourage positive activities and hobbies for our youth.
How do you do that?
In addition to local scholarships, Ace invites the sailor community to fundraise for their activity or club by providing a great venue and supplies to host a hot dog or bake sale.
I love it. Every weekend I can shop at Ace and support a great cause.
Steamboat Ace, you're proud to support the Steamboat Sailors shopping place.
Steamboat Resorts has been welcoming the world to the Yampa Valley for more than 30 years. Hi, this is Todd Siefkin, Executive General Manager for Steamboat Resorts. With a large array of properties situated around the mountain base, we can host you, your family, and friends for your next Steamboat vacation. Call us at 879-8000 and ask for your Locals Connection discount. That's 879-8000 or go online to steamboatresorts.com. Steamboat Resorts, the lodging leader.
Managing local land involves balancing resources such as agriculture, water, and wildlife. I'm Brian Ripley, and I have over 16 years of experience managing ranch resources as your neighbor here in Routt County. I'm the Ranch and Rural Property Specialist for the Paoli Group with the support of Colorado Group Realty. Put your trust in someone that has the practical experience and knowledge to help you with all of your ranch, rural, and equine property needs. I aspire to help you reach all of your real estate goals. I'm Brian Ripley, and you can find me at thepaoligroup.com in the ranch division.
Let's go, Sailors! Hi, I'm PJ Wharton, President of the Yampa Valley Bank, Steamboat's only locally owned bank, and proud sponsor of the Steamboat High School soccer broadcast. Well, fall is upon us, and it's time for some hometown soccer on the Gardner pitch. Yampa Valley Bank congratulates each player on the Sailor soccer squad. Steamboat High School athletics are an example of our genuine hometown. Yampa Valley Bank, genuine hometown banking. If you're looking for a better banking experience, walk, or better yet, slide tackle through our doors. Remember FDIC and equal housing lender.
This is Skip Beardo from Alpine Lumber here in Steamboat Springs. Alpine Lumber is a Colorado company and is committed to being the best supplier of materials and related services to the professional builder and homeowner throughout the Yampa Valley, offering lumber and building materials, hardware, paints, and stains. We are proud to sponsor Steamboat Springs Sailor soccer this season. Easy to find Alpine Lumber, located on Pine Grove Road past Walgreens. Alpine Lumber, employee owned and operated, the contractor's choice, the homeowner's choice.
When we are here from Gardner Field, your Steamboat Sailors boys soccer team just about set to take on the visiting Eagle Valley Devils. Made the trek up 131 and we're ready for game time. It is an exciting time for the Sailors trying to get back to 500 on the year. They're 1-2 right now overall, and all games thus far have been league games. They just are coming off that 5-2 win down in Palisade. Of course, that one was one that we were not able to cover due to technology difficulties down there, but it is exciting to know that the offense was finally able to kind of ignite somewhat, and so they come into tonight's matchup with quite the gumption and quite the confidence in their offensive abilities. So excited to see them hopefully replicate that effort. Of course, it has been about a week and a half since these guys played a game, so it's a little different when you're practicing against the same boys that you see day in, day out. And of course, today we'll see if they can turn it up here a little bit at Gardner Field, looking for their first win at home here on the season. Before we get going with the opening kickoff, do want to give a few shout-outs. Yampa Valley Bank is the Yampa Valley's only locally owned bank, member FDIC. Alpine Lumber, employee-owned and operated, the contractor's choice, homeowner's friend. And Mountain View Car Wash, helping the Sailors clean the competition between Town and McDonald's on Highway 40. Russell's Auto Salon is another proud supporter of Sailors Athletics, your premier full-service auto body shop where you always meet by accident. Call Russell's at 879-1515. I believe that Axel Kovac is going to get the start here for your Steamboat Sailors. They are donning a mixture of their kits. They've got the black and silver tops, white bottoms, looking sharp enough, And then Eagle Valley on the other side with all white uniforms. It looks like they've got black numbers and trim. We're just about set for the kickoff. Like I said, it is a sun that will be dropping down, I'm sure, by the second half of play. Things will kind of calm down and the shadows will be long. But for this first half, it looks as though Eagle Valley keeper will be looking into the sun. And we'll see if the Sailors can capitalize on that one. Always fun to kind of see the intricacies of a game. Of course, the Steamboat squad can kind of serve it up a little bit, make it challenging for them to read it all the way in. We've seen it happen before. We will see it happen again. Just about set. Like I said, Steamboat will be right to left here on KTYV 105.7 to open things up in this first half, and they will have the ball. Kovac stepping back to the net, and it looks as though it's going to be Marat Washburn in the big circle to start things off for your Sailors. Pete Dorr up front, Caparelli as well. That's your wing pair for Steamboat, respectively, and they are going to open up with a 4-1-2-3. At least that's how it looks. Waiting on the whistle here in the big circle. And we'll be getting underway inside of moments. Landers is good on the near side. Brad's good on the far. And we have
Jeff
Milliken.
Yeah.
Jeff Milliken as our center official. And we're underway. Sailors again, right to left here on KTYV 105.7, and they are donning their dark home uniforms. An initial play on that far side from Caparelli goes towards the sideline, kept alive by Steamboat, though. They work it into the middle of the circle, and eventually it's going to be taken and fired to Devin John. He goes to his back line, finds Sam Brown. Brown will just go to his right center back. That is Kevin Castor. Back to Brown, near side now to Devin John. He'll try and make a move up the sideline. Goes off of a defender. That was Villegas who got in there for Eagle Valley. It becomes a throw-in for your Sailors. No, now they say it's going to go. Wow. Looked as though that went off Villegas, but the sideline judge deems that I was wrong, which is something that happens a lot, so don't you worry about it. Kevin Castor now takes it right center back slot, slings it up that far side, taken down in the big circle by Steamboat, and it will be Cardillo who tried to send it up to Washburn, couldn't connect. However, Marat able to get back, good pressure there, and it turns into a Steamboat possession once more. Boys in black try the near side. They find Dorr. Nice job to reach out and find that ball, and he goes to the soft spot, and Caparelli had it for a moment, lost it, and will chase it down as the loose ball comes to the near side. Great overlap from Devin John. Tries to get around a defender, and eventually it is kicked out of play. Excellent job, though, from Devin John, realizing that one was available to him on the overlap play. Just about a minute and a half into this first half of play from Gardner Field. Throw-in goes past everybody across the end line, and it becomes a goal kick, first of its kind for either of the squads here this evening. Got the resident official, or former official, I should say, Ben Spiegel, helping me out up here in the booth, making sure that I'm not lying to you, or at least correcting me when I do. 38 minutes to go here as both teams trying to just kind of work it out in the first few minutes, of course, trying to just get a gauge on how the other will play. Eagle Valley and Steamboat both at 1-2 on the year so far. Here's Pete Dorr up the near side. Great control to get by a few different defenders. Now he's going to just play the body positioning game, working himself deep into the corner and almost running out of real estate. Looked as though it crossed completely. It did indeed. Whistle blows, and we've got another goal kick here for this Eagle Valley squad. So the Sailors with some early possessive numbers. Hopefully they can translate that to at least some chances on frame. 37:30 remaining here in half number one. And the goal kick is a good one. It looks like that's Brandon St. Onge, who is the keeper here today for this Eagle Valley squad. Out to play this is Steamboat's keeper. That's Axel Kovac. Gets it up to the big circle. However, it's going to be working back towards that Steamboat half before finally Eagle Valley takes over. Nice back pressure applied by Caparelli, but that's going to, again, go up off his foot and out of bounds just in front of the Steamboat bench. Throw-in coming up for Eagle Valley. Devils have this at the midfield line. They'll try and turn away from the pressure of Whopper, and then a number of Steamboat players come in and collide with each other. They'll have to regain their feet. That was Reese John stepping into Henry Cardillo over there. So a few of the younger players for Steamboat getting starts here today. Nice to see that they'll keep those options available to them in terms of the older players. Washburn now fires it back. He finds Caparelli, who's already been slotted back into that midfield, maybe an attacking mid-roll. Here is Alfredo Perez outside to Caparelli. One touch inside to Washburn. Back out to Caparelli. He was trying to get it to him at least. It ends up getting kicked out. Nice defensive play there as Ramos got back for Eagle Valley and makes a key play. I know that Alexis Ramos, he's been playing for the better part of his high school career here, just a junior for Eagle Valley. But I was talking to Brian about it. Steamboat has had their way over the course of the last 2 seasons, really, with this Eagle Valley team, at least in some of the games. Of course, with the Western Slope League, you see your league opponents twice. And we've got ourselves a first foul and a free kick coming up here for the Sailors. 35-43 remaining in what is a scoreless game here from Gardner Field. Looks as though Sam Brown's going to step up and into this one. A free kick. He's going to send it on frame. He wanted to at least try for goal, but St. Onge watches it go over the goal frame. It becomes a goal kick. In terms of possessive numbers, it's always good when you start to see that goal kick total start to tick up for the other team. It usually means that you're getting those offensive chances. Just another one of those things that I made up. Pretty nice, huh?
Yeah.
Sounded good.
I think
sounded real good. And we're going to have ourselves another goal kick here. It was a premature kick away as there were some substitutions waiting to be made for Eagle Valley as they get fresh legs off of the bench. And St. Onge once more gets under this one. It comes up towards the midfield line. Taken down there by the Devils. Comes near side now. Great job to reach up. And good work from Devin John to get back. But initially just to gain possession, Harrison Hernandez showing off some good flexibility. He gets the ball back again after throwing it into play. Hernandez up the near side, reverses over the ball, and will work it to his back line. It's going to be taken there by Gonzalez, back to Hernandez, intercepted by John, and it is worked up to Pete Dorr now. He tries to come up the left wing, and I believe he was trying for a quick little through ball to Murat Washburn, but they were on 2 different pages there inside of the same playbook. 34 minutes to go now. Steamboat with the throw-in from the near side. Devin John gets it into Pete Dorr. Dorr just tries to slide it into a soft spot, and Reese John will take over there, finding Castor. Castor at the midfield line. Always confident with those plays, and you have to be if you're going to be making them as the last man back outside of Axel Kovac, the keeper. Here's Castor, who got it back from Kovac, tried to feed one up far side, couldn't connect on that play, and it's going to turn the other direction. Man's trying to chase it down, but he realizes quickly that he's not going to do so in time. It becomes a throw-in deep here in Steamboat territory. Your Sailors will take this one, but again,
nice hit ball. Good keeper, good pressure. Are they able to see everything? Everything's working?
I think so. I've just got some issues on my end.
backer there, buddy. Corner kick.
Welcome back in, ladies and gentlemen. I'm hoping that we have fixed up the issue that was at hand. I'm not sure. Hopefully I'll get some text. I'm sure I will, because, you know, you only have to do something wrong to start having communication headed your way. You say a name wrong, all of a sudden it's like, boom, you get those texts. While I was away because of the technical difficulties that we were trying to overcome, there was a goal scored by Eagle Valley. Ben, did you see who got that one? I didn't see a number on that. And now they're not hearing me again. Really? Okay, well.
Slow it down.
Hey, I think I got it. Let me know. It'll be coming in out of this. I fired another commercial, but let me know. All right. Thanks. We didn't see a number.
Good job, Henry.
All right, we'll try this one more time, ladies and gentlemen. Hopefully you are tuned in to KTYV 105.7. I apologize on some of those technical difficulties, but I believe that we are set and running now. And again, like I was saying earlier, of course you didn't hear me because I initially thought about a technical issue. You know that you're doing something wrong because somebody out there is going to text you pretty quick. We are here from Gardner Field, your Steamboat Sailors with a chance. Caparelli's behind the defense. Oh, he gets taken out by the keeper. Last man back. That would have been a goal for sure. But before it all happens, an offside, so a moot point behind the line. Caparelli is deemed to be in before the ball was kicked, and so it will come back. Thanks for tuning in. It's Steamboat Sailors Boys Soccer here on KTYV 105.7. We're online as well at steamboatradio.com. You can check us out on the YouTube page. Just search for Steamboat Radio. It should be first thing up top. we've got to thank the sponsors while we can. Yampa Valley Bank, the Yampa Valley's only locally owned bank, member FDIC, also Alpine Lumber, employee-owned and operated, the contractor's choice, homeowner's friend, as well as Mountain View Car Wash, helping the sailors clean the competition between Town and McDonald's on Highway 40, and Russell's Auto Salon, your premier full-service auto body shop where you always meet by accident. Call Russell's at 879-1515. We are here from Gardner Field, a 1-0 game, Eagle Valley on top of your sailors. I was actually busy trying to fix things up, so I didn't get a number on who scored for the Devils, but I'm sure that I will be able to find that at halftime for you, so fear not. 26:53 left. All you need to know is it counted, and it's up on the scoreboard, and the Sailors haven't got one yet. Worked up that left wing. The player for Eagle Valley trying to chase it down is Sandoval. He is able to do it. What an effort there from Sandoval. Now the service is in. Kovac is out. He's able to knock it down. Excellent job all around for the Sailors defenders, but Sandoval really earning that one and making the defense work for it for Steamboat. 26-26 remaining here in first half action. It's going to be taken and kicked back to Brandon St. Onge, the keeper, and an errant play. Chance Caparelli with an open net, and he fires it wide. Oliver Caparelli trying to add to his goal totals, leading the team with 2 thus far in 3 games, but he just misfires. He was trying to volley it out of the air, so it's not an easy ball to attack by any stretch, but definitely one that he'll want back. There was no one in the goal frame there. The keeper was trying to hustle back and possibly pressure him mentally, but man, it was something he'd love to have seen in the back of the goal. Ben agrees with me. He's nodding in my head. It's going to be taken up now by pizza. It's going to be taken up by the Eagle Valley Devils here. They work it to their right center back, and there's just under 26 minutes remaining now in the first half of play. Foot race to the near side. Kovac is out to the top of the 18 to play it. Throws one upfield. Finds the feet there of Alfredo Perez. A little give and go with Dorr. And Pete Dorr tried to look for the return feed. Perez couldn't get it to him. Instead, Eagle Valley takes over, and they will switch the pitch, or attempt to do so at least. Stepping in, making a nice play at it there was Jackson Scott, and eventually it'll be taken as Scott has to go shoulder to shoulder with the man. Eagle Valley player, though, deep here towards the end line. Fires him up that far sideline, and a great effort there reaching in was Reese John. And so Steamboat able to at least nullify the attack for a moment, but it is a throw in deep here in the Sailors territory for the boys donning white uniforms. Now all of a sudden the official again overrules that sideline judge, and they say that it's going to be a Steamboat ball. They'll serve one up towards the midfield line, taken back by Eagle Valley. Worked forward once more, and now battling for it, it's Reese John. John gets taken down from behind. Dangerous looking play there. Whistle blows, foul, free kick coming up, and now I'll have to do it at halftime. Unfortunately, it's going to be worked out near side, but that ball a little bit too long for Perez and Washburn, both of who were trying to chase it down. 24 minutes and change remaining here in this first stanza. We've got a ball that's headed forward beautifully right to Caparelli, but he was reaching a little bit for it and could not come up with extended possession, taken back by Eagle Valley. Devils work it outside to that far sideline. If you're just tuning in, Steamboat is down 1-0 here to this Eagle Valley team that's made the trek up to Gardner Field, and your Sailors are right to left on 105.7. Kovac slyly moves it up to Sam Brown. They'll build from the back. Lofty ball from Brown. That one is going to be pursued by Washburn, enough so that he pressures the D into kicking one out across this near sideline. And for what it's worth, the effort there really starting to play a factor inside of the game here this evening. The toss comes from Perez. It's going to be right to the foot there of Henry Cardillo. Gets it off to Dorr. Now to Reese John. Puts it back to Sam Brown. One-touch play to Castor. Castor squares up on the ball. He looks to continue to switch the pitch. Goes up to Caparelli, but it hops over his foot, and he's not able to keep it alive. Oliver Caparelli, you can see, he's into a senior campaign. The Sailors kind of looking for that player to take over the leading scoring role, and Caparelli's done it. Mentally, you can see that he wants to score every time he touches the ball, and he's quite disappointed if he does not. 23 minutes now left here in the first half of play. Eagle Valley with a throw deep in their own territory now. Steamboat trying to push the envelope a little bit here. Looks as though we've got ourselves an illegal toss. Maybe one hand on the foot, or is it a foot up violation? I've got the resident former official here. He knows everything. Ask him. He'll tell you all about it. Toss comes in. Pete Dorr makes a beautiful move. Nice service. There's Perez. Couldn't turn the hips on that shot. Ended up swinging and missing on the ball. Great looking pass, though. Pete Dorr able to find Perez right there at the top of the 6 almost. Becomes a chance that's by the wayside, and another goal kick coming up now for this Eagle Valley squad. 22 minutes remaining here in the first half. Service from St. Onge comes near side, finds the foot of Hernandez. He tries to work it back to his keeper again. Foot race here. Washburn was in there and got the last touch on the ball, sending it across the end line, but great effort from Murat Washburn. It looked as though there was a little bit of miscommunication from the back line and St. Onge as to who really wanted that ball, as Villegas was getting back. And now, in interesting fashion, the official says that it did go off the defender last. So the effort from Washburn turns into a corner kick for Steamboat, and we'll see what they can do with it. 21 and a half to go now in this first half of play. Caparelli going to serve it up from the near side, and he decides to keep it on the ground, finding Pete Dorr, but whistles blow. The sideline judge, Brad, has made his way in to make sure that goal frame is still on. So we'll redo it. 21:15 to go. Clock continues to tick down. Caparelli will set this one near corner once again, and he's going to try and serve it near post. That one's headed right back out towards him and turns into a throw-in now. Caparelli once more. This time finds Dorr. Pete Dorr makes a nice little turn towards the end line, serves one back, and again that's going to be knocked down. Ooh, dangerously so. Very nearly a handball there. Right? That one would have been a hand technically. He didn't. Palms were up. That's not allowed. So I'm learning. We've got Devin John with a throw from the near side. Before that, however, Scopa checking in the game for your Steamboat Sailors. Alfredo Perez will look to check out here. Take a quick little breather. We're about halfway through this first half of play. 1-0 score. Eagle Valley on top of your Steamboat Sailors. John going to throw this one in. He's looking to find Scopa, get him involved immediately. Unable to do so. Now taken by Pete Dorr. He had a man up that left wing, couldn't get it to him. Instead taken by Eagle Valley on a nice tackle, and it goes under Scott's foot, and it looks as though it will become a throw-in for Eagle Valley just in front of the Steamboat bench. This is Steamboat Sailors Boys Soccer here on KTYV 105.7. We're online as well at steamboatradio.com or on the YouTube channel. Just search for Steamboat Radio. Ben Spiegel, nice enough to work the camera for us this evening and also teach me all about the soccer ways, the intricacies of the game, so to speak. Here comes Eagle Valley trying to attack once more. They find the top of the 18, and a shot that caroms off of a defender, goes out across the end line, and it should be a corner kick. It will. This one will be taken from the near side. Looks as though it's going to be Hernandez who takes this for the boys donning white uniforms. 19:18 remaining here in this first half of play. Still a 1-0 game with Eagle Valley leading in that regard, which is the only one that really counts at the end of the game. Nice header there on the service to the back post. Cleared out on the second effort from Pete Dorr, and that becomes a throw in near sideline. But again, you got to love that the Sailors were back there playing defense by community. We'll have a throw 10 yards deep in the Sailors' half for this Eagle Valley team on the near sideline. It's going to be out of the hands of Gonzalez. This one a legal throw, so play does go on here from Gardner Field. Worked up, and the Sailors do intercept. Nice job from Castor jumping into a passing lane. Kevin Castor now tries to work away from one man. His through ball to the near side, and Scopa unsuccessful in his bid to get there. Then Washburn overruns the ball, taken back instead by Juan Villegas. And now in the big circle, both teams battling for it, but it goes back and forth and back again. It's Kevin Castor who ends up with it for a moment. And then it's at the feet of Armando Munoz. Munoz up the near side. Opportunity, guys colliding. And it looks as though Kovac is going to take this with an Eagle Valley player slow to his feet. That is Harrison Hernandez, who was one of three guys that were all battling for that ball. The official coming in, trying to tell him to calm it down a little bit. But, you know, that's a hockey play. I mean, a soccer play, sorry. 17:51 to go. And it's taken by Brown near side. Brown, a little shake and bake play. Gets it up to Pete Dorr. And Dorr will just swing it over to Castor. Castor now tries for that far side of the field. Doesn't like it. Goes back instead to Kovac in the 18. Axel Kovac. Nice little pass up to Pete Dorr. Settles with the left foot. Gets it to his right. Looking upfield, and the pass will find its mark. It's Henry Cardillo. Nice little spin move. He gets it up to Caparelli, and the Sailors with possession are at that midfield line. Now it's Pete Dorr. Good work from Dorr to open up a lane, and the through ball nearly connects. Now Caparelli trying to beat the man around the outside, and they're going to say that is a corner kick. Wow. Interesting. Corner kick coming up. He must have seen a touch that I did not. Looks as though substitutions, though, being made before we have this corner kick taken. This time from the far side. Checking out is Cardillo. Looks as though the Sailors are bringing in... Who's that? Number 11. Help me. Service is up. Oh, and the header there. Castor gets it over the goal frame. Is that Jack Kleins?
Yes.
Okay, so he's just on the wrong number here, so no worries at all. That's Jack Kleins who's checked into the game. Quick service. Eagle Valley takes this one now after that heading attempt off of the corner kick was just over the goal frame. It's going to be worked by Harrison Hernandez. Touches up near side, intercepted by Devin John. Goes off of his foot and out of bounds and becomes a throw in near side, and it's going to be Hernandez again. Taking this with 16 minutes on the clock, first half play, 1-0 score, Eagle Valley on top of your Steamboat Sailors. Both teams 1-2 to this point in the season. Worked up the near side. Nice little play to keep it alive for the Devils. They work it to the middle of the field. It's going to be taken there by Adrian Arana. Now it is worked to the foot of Alexis Ramos. And now the Sailors have it once more. It's Murat Washburn. He tries to touch this one by and run up that far side. Couldn't initially get it. Does on a second effort. Serves one back, but Scopa just wasn't quite there in time. And now it will become a throw-in about 1.5 feet off of the end line. Eagle Valley to take this, 15-15 remaining now in this first half of play. Lofty ball finds its mark, shoulder to head to the midfield line, taken there by Castor. Now they're going to say no, it was indeed a handball, so a free kick coming up for Kevin Castor and company. Illegal play from Heath Nager. Now it's sent up by Castor. He almost was looking for the head of Kleins, I believe, and then the keeper unable to control that. That's a little bit of an awkward play there. It skipped off the turf and just kind of caught Brandon St. Onge a little bit off guard. And so a corner kick for the Sailors. I think this is their fourth one so far to this point in the game. 14:40 left. And a service from Caparelli is going to be over the head of Kevin Castor, taken by Kleins at the top of the 18. He's dispossessed on a nice tackle. And then another sliding tackle there from Eagle Valley, but the effort from a streaking Denelson Sandoval is all for naught. However, a quick little boot from the Sailors sends it well over the goal frame and becomes a goal kick now for St. Onge. Just over 14 minutes remaining now in this first half of play here from Gardner Field.
22 for 33.
St. Onge will be sending this up as a quick little substitution was made for Eagle Valley. I think that's what Ben was telling me. Fresh legs coming in is Escobar. It's going to be taken to the midfield line, contended for by Kevin Castor. He's going to try and challenge a second time on Sandoval. Great through ball, knocked down by Devin John. Works it up to the foot of his brother Reese. I do have some unconfirmed rumors. I wonder if I should even say this. Should I? There's words coming out of a few different parties that Jevon Hovey is not going to be finishing the season with the Sailors soccer team. Instead, switching over, and he will be joining the Sailors football ranks. So a little bit of an interesting curveball, maybe. He bent it like Beckham. 13 minutes on the clock, and it's going to be a goal kick for Axel Kovac and company. He'll set it up on the near side of the 6. Kovac surveying his options downfield. and decides to heave this one up that direction. Nice job from Kovac. It falls down, declines. Gets it off to Scopa. Back now to the foot of Reese John. John decides on Kevin Castor as his best option. Castor now reverses away from pressure, gets it over near side to Sam Brown, steps into a passing lane, fires it off to Murat Washburn. Washburn goes back to Dorr, and Pete Dorr with a handball there. That's going to be whistled down and a free kick. No, they say that one was unintentional. So, play goes on. Castor with a nice little 360 play there. But it's taken away from him. Here comes Eagle Valley. Fancy footwork from Marana on the other side of the ball. Served over to that far side of the 18. Eagle Valley pressing with a 1-0 lead. Shot on frame. That one into the back of the goal. Wow, what a rocket. Eagle Valley from that far side corner of the top of the 18, able to strike. I believe that was the foot of Alexis Ramos. No, I am corrected here. It is actually Sandoval who gets that one in. So a 2-0 lead for the away team, Eagle Valley. Not exactly what the Sailors wanted. It had been kind of an awkward little play off of corner kick that initiated that first goal, if memory serves. I was kind of looking down because technical issues, but it bounced around and eventually found its way into the back of the net. Now all of a sudden, that shot, definitely one that Kovac is going to want to have back. But it's 2-0 nonetheless. Here on KTYV 105.7, your Sailor Sports Connection. Pass to Murat Washburn. Behind him, taken instead by the boys in white. A little chip service. Cheeky play finds the foot of Heath Nager, and eventually it's worked up the left wing by Eagle Valley, trying to expand on their 2-0 lead. They will keep it alive for a moment, but a good job from Scott, not allowing them to turn the corner, at least with possession. It becomes a goal kick. Once more, Kovac sets it up this time on the far side of his 6. Just under 11 and a half minutes to go now in this first half of play. Ball comes up towards Dorr, and it goes off of his shoulder. Now it's going to be worked up again by Eagle Valley. It's Nager up towards the top of the 18. He sends one back, and then a slide and a dangerous one from Brown. And that will take down Sandoval, who stays. That will become a yellow card. And so Sam Brown, with a dangerous ball called against him, will have to sub out per Chassa rules. Sandoval, upon seeing that yellow card came out so quickly, seems to be just fine. Free kick coming up here for the Eagle Valley squad. At least you can enjoy that one. It looks as though there's going to be a 4-man wall in front of this one. Sandoval and Munoz both hovering around this one. It's a free kick from about the 18 in regards to the football field. Or in relation to the football field, I suppose. They did stop the clock because of the yellow card that was issued. So, with the whistle, we will resume that clock, and there's a chance to go for frame here. Kovac has to be weary. A little fake, and now the shot on frame. Stopped, rebound. Oh, put just off of the uprights. Nearly a 3-0 lead. That was Escobar with it on the doorstep, but he puts too many laces under the ball, sending that one, as we call in hockey, a roof of daddy. That one missed the frame. 10:38 to go. I don't think I can get through any broadcast without at least referencing 2 to 3 different hockey terms that I use. So that's probably why everyone thinks I'm so ice-centric. Going to be a long ball here. That one just off the mark. At least it looked just off the mark. May have been a few feet wide. But you can see Eagle Valley content to try and challenge Kovac right now from range, because they did get that last ball from the far side top of the corner of the 18. So they're going to continue to pressure Kovac with the shots on frame, and Steamboat needs to try and find a little bit of offense here in the late stages. A pass there from Reese John hits the heel of a running Washburn, and it becomes an Eagle Valley possession again. They go up the left wing with it. Nice shot from Scott. Great job reading that angle correctly, and he ends up just clearing the danger area. 9:45 left now in this first half of play. Ball is going to be taken by Eagle Valley. Devils do work up that far sideline. To the middle of the pitch, it comes once more to Munoz. Munoz lets it fly. Stopped by Kovac. Nice job there from Axel, and he'll just throw one up quickly to the feet of Scopa. Well, it's Joe Scopa who eventually finds help in Devin John, but the overlapping John will end up just kicking it across the near sideline, becoming a throw for Eagle Valley. They make it quickly, and it's going to go to Sandoval. Now a lofty ball. Skips once, nearly got away from the hands of Axel Kovac, but he is able to gain it. And by it, I mean possession. Kovac now sends this one upfield. Big booming kick there. It's off the head of Washburn. Washburn now turns as it went away from him after the 50-50 got to the Eagle Valley possessive nature of things, and now it's going to be taken and worked up by Sandoval. Finds that left flank once more. Speedster up that left wing. Trying to cut the corner here, looking to serve it back. And it will be cleared out by the Sailors. Nice effort there from Steamboat to at least apply the back pressure, not allowing any free entries into that 18, at least with clean looks. 8:20 to go now here in this first half of play. You are tuned in to Steamboat Sailors Boys Soccer here on KTYV 105.7. We're online as well at steamboatradio.com. Sailors down 2-0 to the visiting Eagle Valley Devils. It's going to be taken now by Eagle Valley. Boys in white trying to progress this one across the midfield line. Great job from Castor, though, reading that well, jumping into a lane, and eventually creating at least a momentary possession, though it's kicked out across that far sideline off the foot of Washburn. 7:52 to go now here in this one. At least, first half of two. Shadow's getting a little longer here as we head towards that halftime horn. It's going to be Pete Dorr with some great moves. Then Dorr eventually dispossessed momentarily. Gets the ball back, serves one right to a boy wearing a white jersey. Goes off of an Eagle Valley player, goes to Kevin Castor. Castor is going to be taken down, and it does hit off the defender last, and so a throw in for Steamboat. This one will be just a few feet past the end of that Eagle Valley bench before we go any further. Scopa subs out. Sam Brown is in for the Sailors once more after, again, having to get out of the game for a moment there because of the yellow card. Now it's taken by Caparelli. He has been relatively quiet after a really good start to this match. Now it's going to be taken away from him, however. Eagle Valley trying to push the play once more up that left wing. And the service goes off the defender and out. That was Dalsis who was getting back for your Sailors. And so just like that, Steamboat once again on their heels a little bit. Like I said, they had a really excellent start to this matchup. They seemed to kind of push the play a little bit, especially offensively in the first 10 minutes. But once Eagle Valley got that goal off of a corner, it seemed to kind of deflate the Sailors somewhat, and then they followed it up with a second goal as well inside of just a few minutes. 6:19 remaining here. Another corner, this one from the far side. Service is low to the near post. Hits off of Brown, goes out of bounds, and we'll have a deja vu play from that same far corner. Again, Steamboat right to left here on 105.7. However, it is an attacking set piece for this Eagle Valley team. Service goes a little higher this time, and it's just out of the range of a few different players for Eagle Valley. They'll turn it and fire again. This one is well through the uprights. Will not count as three. Eduardo Gonzalez tried to turn it right back into the 18, but had too many laces under that ball as well. Here is Kovac now. He sends one up the far side, finds the foot of Caparelli, tries to spin away from a defender, keeps possession for a moment, still battling away from a Eagle Valley player. Caparelli now with a little toe drag of sorts, gives that ball back to his right center back. That was Dalsis to Kovac, to Dalsis once more. And the Sailors do build from the back here as they find the foot of Scott. Now outside to Caparelli, up again to Scott. And that one just got away from Oliver, and so Caparelli's pass goes out of bounds. Throw-in is a quick one, but before we have it in, there's another illegal toss there. So Eagle Valley, I believe they're just not keeping their feet down on the throws. And it turns into a quick little turnover both times that it's happened, but you don't see a whole lot of that at the varsity level. It's going to be taken in by Castor. Chance. Kevin Castor steps over a defender there. He continues to battle. Still with possession in the 18 for your Sailors. Are they saying a PK?
Yeah.
How about that? Brad's going to have a discussion here, so they'll stop the clock. 4:26 remaining, a 2-0 game, but your Sailors have a chance to get a PK in here and cut that lead in half. It looks as though Caparelli's going to be the man who will hopefully finish this one off. Not 100% certain what that one was for. Was he playing it from the ground?
No, they were mauling him from behind.
I thought that was allowed.
Not if they're pushing.
Caparelli will take this for Steamboat as the official makes sure everyone knows the legalities of what is to occur if he cannot finish. Steps up and fires one home. Oh, wow. Oliver Caparelli able to just beat St. Onge with a beautiful shot on that.
Foul could have been from when he went down initially. Thought he had advantage.
It's 2-1. So we'll get clarification, but there's a number of reasons as to what that foul could have been drawn or where it could have been drawn. 4:26 on the clock, though, in a 2-1 game now. Oliver Caparelli with an absolute rocket. Makes this a little bit more interesting heading towards that halftime horn. Restart whistle comes, and we are back underway. Big service up the near side. Gets past Devin John initially. He tries to recover. Good body play there from John, and it should be an Eagle Valley play. It is, to the dismay of Devin John. Now it's worked into the 18. Looks as though it was a handball, but they say it was just kind of a protecting, unintentional one. Now Washburn turns it outside for the Sailors, trying to find a little bit of speed. Works up to Caparelli on an overlap play. Caparelli gets taken down, but it was all ball on that, and so it becomes a quick toss the other direction, and a throw-in now for Steamboat near side. Sailors trying to push it a little bit here in the waning moments of this first half of play. Caster with some nice moves there for the Sailors, but he does eventually run out of real estate, and that will draw the throw-in from the near side for Eagle Valley. Do want to thank Steamboat Ace Hardware, the helpful place for hardware, plumbing, tools, grills, garden, and more, offering customers knowledgeable advice, helpful service, and quality products. Also, the Paoli Group, if you're searching for your own prime real estate, give them a call at 870-0552. Big booming kick here is going to be chased down by Kovac. He's well outside the 18. Not an ill-advised play there, and a shot from range goes to the back of the goal. Eagle Valley up 3-1. That is not what you want to see. Axel Kovac, you like some of that aggression, but a little bit too much, and he actually stumbled over the ball, and Denilson Sandoval was the recipient of a gift-wrapped little play there from Kovac. Fires it into an empty frame, and it is 3-1. I mean, you almost could have just swatted that one away. It's going to be Pete Dorr. Chases this one down, 3 minutes to go. Serves one across, hits a defender, bounces in, but St. Onge is able to hang on to that with Washburn barreling down on him. He kicks one out. Big booming kick. That one gets under the foot of Sam Brown. Service out to that left wing. An attack from Eagle Valley. Man's into the 18. Shot. Goal. Wow. Eagle Valley strikes again. That one is Seamus Felon. Felon makes it a 4-1 game, and I mean, initially you thought that, the Sailors with, 4.5 minutes to go score to make it 2-1. Well, in the last, under 2 minutes, it has been 2 goals in quick succession for this Eagle Valley team, and it's 4-1. That
was the luck of the Irish there for Seamus.
Yeah. So a little bit of something there. The Sailors are going to try and stop the bleeding here. Possible goal towards the tail end would go a long way. Here's an opportunity. Caparelli's bailing in. Shot. Big save from St. Onge. Wow. Caparelli kept running through that. I do love to see it. I mean, obviously you have to be weary of that allotted space for the keeper, but St. Onge, not an excellent decision to he was indecisive. That was really what came down to. If he had gone out there, Caparelli couldn't have attacked him. Here's Dorr now. Pete Dorr trying to make a nice little move. Finds Washburn into the 18 for the Sailors. Fires one. Oh, just wide there. He possibly was looking for a little service because he did have Kleins in the box. Regardless, it becomes a goal kick. 2 minutes and change now remaining here in this first half of play. 4-1 score. 3 goals in a matter of, I'll call it 105 seconds because it sounds good. Worked upfield now. It's going to be knocked down by Reese John. However, that's a handball. And so a quick little restart. Eagle Valley takes this. They'll work it up to Felon on that far side once again. I should say Phelan. Felon just sounds a little bit worse than it really is. Phelan. 85 seconds on the clock now. Lofty ball, and it's going to connect. Here's Escobar running into it in the 18. Trying to get away from Devin John. Sends one off. Nice move at the top of the 18 there, and a fired shot that goes just wide by Heath Nager. But Nager had a beautiful move just to get free of a Steamboat defender there. And they do say he went off a defender last. So a corner kick here in the final minute of play from Gardner Field. Not sure where that happened. I mean, it looked like a pretty clean shot right out off of the foot of Nager, but they're saying that it was indeed off a black jersey defender there, so we will have an opportunity from the far side that the Sailors do have to defend. Short one to the near post. It's going to be punched out initially. Taken back by Eagle Valley. They kick it right back outside. Service to the top of the box. Now gets away from Arana. And now on the far sideline, the Sailors run into pressure. Pete Dorr got fouled. Free kick. 26 minutes. Whew, that would be a long first half. 20 seconds on the clock here. The Sailors need to restart this quickly if they want to try and press. Brown will step into it with 10 on the clock now. And it's going to be served up, knocking around between a few different players. Devin John tries to pressure, comes outside, 3 on the clock, and that'll bring us to the horn. First half's in the books, 4-1 lead for Eagle Valley. We'll be back with the second half of action. This is your Sailor Sports Connection, KTYV 105.7. We're online as well at steamboatradio.com.
That brings our first half to an end. Let's make your way over to the snack bar. We got meatball sandwiches, we got pretzels, we got cheese sauce for dipping, we have hot dogs, we have Frito pie, and some excellent goodies, chili if you just like chili, with cheese and onions and sour cream.
Hey, you get out of here?
Head on over and sell our boosters.
Gotcha.
Gotta look out, you know? Gotta look out for everyone. So easy. He was the one who got it. Oh, did he? Oh, pretty good view up here. Oh, not bad.
Stories are going to sound the same.
See, now it's not depressing because there's dancing involved.
Let's thank our men and women in green on the field today. Thank you for our officials and all the hard work that they do.
Booze anyway, they just bombed me out.
How about, you weren't here at the football game, were you?
No, the Moffat County guy was there.
So, it was funny because we had to cover both because we have the KRI stations.
Yeah.
So I was covering Moffat County and Brian was in here covering Steamboat. So my night was a little better than his was.
Yeah. I had a dramatic Friday night. Out of my story written, they were at 16-0 with 5 minutes left, and then they lose in 5 minutes. So I had to rewrite everything 20 minutes before my deadline. It was great. Keeps you on your toes.
Yeah, no kidding.
That was another fantastic song here on Game Time. The product of athletics is not winning the championship. It's a development of lifetime values and respect for the game.
You know,
but you do get to cover Sirocco, and they're pretty good.
Yeah.
You missed last year. This kid, Jace. Well, somewhat, but like Jace rushed. He was, I think, it was second all-time season behind Christian McCaffrey in terms of yards. Oh, he was unreal. I went and watched, like, the kid. It was just every time he touched the ball, it's like, all right, that's either gone or it's going to be down there. Like, yeah, impressive.
Other things that there's some kids who went, they probably won't do well.
Yeah.
But they probably. There's one kid who probably know where the other thing also is
Some kids are just born with it.
I'm excited for wrestling. I just rock with wrestling. So.
They are very good. Again, paced by Jace. He won his first chase. We cover that one, so I'll see you down there.
I went to wrestling state, and it's just like you're on another planet. It's so fun.
Where'd you do that? Up in North Dakota again?
Yeah.
Okay. Now they do it at the Pepsi Center here.
Yeah.
It's super fun.
Yeah,
super fun. Yeah.
It's going well up here. We got the Penn and Teller Broadcasting, the one that doesn't talk.
Was this second one for me? Ben?
What's that?
Next second. Oh, man. You guys are taking care of me. Yeah. Hey, don't write the story just yet, okay?
Well, if that song doesn't make you want to go to the snack bar, I don't know what does. So head on over there and get yourself a hot dog, pretzels, some cheese sauce, and a drink.
Ollie will be way more productive if he just plays soccer instead of trying to be a superstar when you go for it. Like, you're clearly very talented. Don't silly out. You're super fun and play soccer.
So what you're saying is you could probably coach.
Hell no. I could yell at him, but that's probably it. There wouldn't be a lot of soccer. There's a lot of yelling. I do not want to write about you losing all year. Get your crap together.
Guessing you didn't go down for their 5-2 win?
I did not.
The one. No, don't say things like that. That would make my year a nightmare.
Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen. We are here from Gardner Field, your Steamboat Sailors. Just about set to commence action here in the second half. Down 4-1 to Eagle Valley. Got to send it to the studio for 30 seconds. We'll be back with that second half right after this. I had to take a commercial break just to finish my little... Thank you. Back with you here for second half action from Gardner Field. Again, your Sailors down 4-1 after that first 40 minutes has come and gone. See if they might not be able to change the course of the outcome of this one. Hopefully, whoever's writing for the Steamboat today hasn't already completed their story, because that would just be a nightmare, having to, change the whole thing inside of 20 minutes before deadline. Steamboat, though, trying to attack here up that far side. They are left to right on the radio dial here on 105.7 KTYV. You can, of course, watch this one online. Head to Steamboat, listen online at steamboatradio.com, or head to the YouTube page and search for Steamboat Radio. That should be the first one up. This one bounces and will find the hands of Tyron Cameron, who has come in for the second half of action after a really good first half from Brandon St. Onge. So one of those rosters with dual threats at the keeper position. The Sailors also have made a change of their own, with Charlie Welch coming in for this second 40. Like I said, 4-1 score. Sailors with the ball. They cut the lead down as it was an initial 2-0 lead for this team from Eagle Valley. However, the Sailors got a PK with about 4:26 remaining. They were able to score on that. However, within the next 90 seconds, Eagle Valley scores two quick ones to make it 4-1. So what looked like a promising end potentially to the first half became a quite dismal one. We'll see if the Sailors can kind of come back and hopefully keep their heads up and about them. We got about 37.5 minutes remaining in this game. 4-1 score. Ball worked up the far side of the field, put right back in towards frame. This one will go over and wide of the goal frame, however. Looked like that was an attempt from Gonzalez, and he even thought that one was off the mark right from the get-go. Welch will set this up in the middle of the 6. He fires it up, trying to find the foot there, and unsuccessfully of Dalsis. Now it's going to be taken by John for a moment. Forces a man. It goes out of bounds off an Eagle Valley player. Devin John to take the throw. Quick toss. It's going to be over the head of Kleins, but he couldn't chase it down. Instead, turned back the other direction by Eagle Valley. They'll work it to the outside. Great job, though, from Steamboat pressuring and eventually getting the ball back. This is Henry Cardillo with help as well. In there again is Dalsis. Devin John now with it. Tries to nutmeg a man with a pass to Castor. Couldn't do it. Comes instead to Henry Cardillo. All 105 pounds soaking wet of Cardillo. Tries to get away from the pressure of an Eagle Valley player and can't. 36-26 remaining here. And again, it's going to be pressure that's put on by the Devils. So a real good start for Eagle Valley, picking up right where they left off after that first stanza was in the books. Put back now to Welch. Settles with the right foot. Gives it outside to Dalsis. Far side of the field to play. It is taken by Devin John. Fired up to Jack Kleins. Kleins back to John. He's going to work it into Kevin Castor, and Castor turns upfield. Quickly trying to fire one to Washburn. Couldn't connect. Knocked down, sent back into the 18, and it's going to be taken down by Charlie Welch. Looked as though that may have been another unintentional handball that was not whistled down.
Yeah, Keith.
And so Welch is out. He'll play this one, keeping it low. Skips once, and then ends up at the foot there of Alexis Ramos. Ramos tries to put it back upfield. Nice job from Reese John getting the lane. And now it's turned up to Caparelli. Tries to get around Ramos. Great job there from both players, and eventually goes off Ramos and out. And a throw in for Caparelli. He's going to try and make it a quick one. Caparelli with a good toss to Reese John, and he backs up right out of a lane, intercepted instead and kicked out by Juan Villegas. Now, was that across the end line? I thought it was just a throw. It is indeed. Just a few feet off of the end line here. Caparelli once more on the near corner. Going to toss this one in, looking for Washburn. And Washburn challenges and eventually has Phelan go down. Ben, I would say, Phelan, but I have, a sister-in-law whose name was spelled that direction, and it was Phelan. Phelan, yeah. I mean, I like to make stuff up, though, so don't believe everything I say, or maybe just 5% or so. 34-40 remaining. Here's Charlie Welch, former hockey player, a goaltender in that sport as well. Here's Phelan. Tries to put it into the middle of the field. Man with already 2 goals on the night. That was Sandoval who had it. Gets it back to Phelan. His pass intercepted by Cardillo. Turns it into the middle of the pitch. Finds his mark. It's going to be Castor. Castor with a chip through. Oh, it's a beauty. Trying to find Washburn. He'll have to chase it down, but he's into the 18. Knocked down from behind. Ooh, wow. Not sure about the non-call on that. What would result in that? I mean, he's playing body. What?
That would have resulted if...
Well, I know, but is that not I'm asking if that should not have been. 33-54. I mean, it looks like he had body positioning and was playing the ball. Again, I don't know things. That's why I ask someone who does. It is a corner kick, and a nice-looking bend on the ball there from Oliver Caparelli. Ends up sending over the goal frame, out of bounds. Goal kick coming up here for Tyron Cameron.
We'll start instant replay next week. Tell them
we're working on instant replay for next week, so don't you worry about a thing. Chase review, so to speak. 33-20 left. A couple substitutions being made here for this Eagle Valley squad as they bring on some fresh legs, trying to keep everybody at tip-top shape. It's going to be worked now by Eagle Valley. Sent up that far side. Nice job from Devin John. Reading that one, heading it forward across the midfield line. Touched on by Kevin Castor. Progressed forward, but he could not connect with Washburn initially. But Morale Washburn with a good little run. He's been all over the field tonight. You've got to think that he's going to be close to earning himself something. And here he is into the 18 again. Washburn eventually ran out of real estate there, and it will become a goal kick. I do want to thank Yampa Valley Bank, the Yampa Valley's only locally owned bank member, FDIC. Also Alpine Lumber, employee-owned and operated, the contractor's choice, and homeowner's friend. Steamboat Resorts by Wyndham Vacation Rentals. If you have friends coming to town, give them a call at 879-8000. Ask for the Locals Connection discount. And Mountain Mattress and Furniture, located on Loggers Lane, offering the best prices and service without leaving the valley. Shop local, sleep great. Just over half an hour remaining now here in this one. 4-1 score. Eagle Valley on top of your Steamboat Sailors. It's going to be a throw from the near side. Taken by Scott. Over the head of Caparelli. Off of the defender, out of bounds. Throw in now for Steamboat. Oh, miscue there from the ball boy. And it will be Castor to take the toss for your Sailors. Goes for a big, trying to fund into the 18, but it gets behind the body there of Murat Washburn, and eventually it will be scooped up by Cameron. Trots out and takes a nice big booming kick. That one skips once, goes over the head of 2 defenders for Steamboat. Nice play, though, from Devin John to get back and make a good defensive effort at that, clearing it. 31-24 remaining now here in this second half of play. Throwing for Eagle Valley just in front of their own bench. It's a quick toss, and the Devils have possession. Working it up that far sideline. Boys in white try and serve one across, and a great effort from Scott gets into the lane, and he is able to turn that upfield at least for a moment. Now Castor's trying to press. A little double team, and a good tackle from Steamboat. Here's Kleins trying to give it to Castor. Chip through. He's looking to find Caparelli, but a little too much on that, and Caparelli's eventually just going to try and force the keeper into a little bit of an uncomfortable spot, but Cameron is able to body him off, and it will be a goal kick. Smart play from Cameron to chase that ball down, kill a little extra time. 30 minutes and change remaining here Cameron sets it up to the near side of his 6. Looking upfield, trying to find options. Decides his best one is right in the big circle. Knocked down by a Sailors player. It's going to be taken now by Cardillo. He turns it back to Castor. Nice little play there. Kevin Castor up to Washburn. Makes 1 touch, then 2. And eventually has it tackled away from him. Taken back by Eagle Valley. And the Devils try to attack, but your Sailors relentless in trying to get this ball back. It was Cardillo who was in there. He's going to get help from Scott, who pushes it forward with the noggin. But eventually it's going to be taken back and once again worked upfield by Armando Munoz. And Munoz finds Sandoval. Sandoval spins away from pressure. He has 2 of the 3. Well, he has 2 of the 4. Math is hard, Ben. I'm sorry. It's very difficult. We've got under half an hour remaining now here in this matchup. 4-1 score. All I have to do is read it, and I still can't do that. It's going to be worked upfield. Nice job from the Sailors, at least coming up with possession for a moment. However, it is just that, momentary. Going to be taken back by Eagle Valley as they try to attack, and they'll look to do so up that far flank. Taken back by Steamboat. Now it's Castor who runs into this. Tries for the through ball. Hits a defender. And again, a little too much on it from Kevin Castor. Chased down and worked up by Tyron Cameron. Throwing coming up. Scott's going to take it near sideline and make it quickly here. But before that, we'll have substitutions as Pete Dorr will come back into the game. And taking a quick break is Dalsis. Scott will have a second opportunity to toss this one in from the near sideline. He's going to go for a little bit of a longer throw this time, trying to find Caparelli. Has help there as well from Reese John. Comes to the near sideline. It's kept alive around the outside was Caparelli. A little battle between the defenders and Oliver, and it looks as though a free kick has been earned by Steamboat's Oliver Caparelli. He'll take it from the near side and wait for some reinforcements. Looks as though the mid official is going to be buying the adult beverages a little later as he took a stumble with nobody around. Is that just in hockey where you do that? 28:03 remaining here in this second half of play. 4-1 lead for Eagle Valley on top of your Steamboat Sailors. Pete Dorp shoved over the ball on that one. From our vantage point, it looked as though that was the case. He may have had foot on the ball the whole time, though, so a good challenge because there is no whistle. I'm sure that the ref got it right. They always do. I've got a story for you, Ben, here after this one. You're going to enjoy it. You never would have guessed what I'm about to tell you later. Sam Brown's going to push this one forward with his own knock. Oh, wow, that one's not a great call. Sam Brown gets fouled there. Free kick coming up for your Sailors. It's kind of funny because you see a kid like Sam Brown go down like that. The reason that I don't see yellow card is he hops right back up. Earlier in the game, Sandoval goes down, stays down, sees a card, and gets right back up. Tale of two stories. That's all I'm saying. Here's Caparelli near sideline now. It's going to be worked out of bounds off of a defender last for Eagle Valley. So Steamboat throw. Castor's going to take this for your Sailors. Tosses in, finding Washburn on a nice gentle feed. Gets it back to Castor. Couldn't touch it in. Dorr is in the vicinity. Comes to the top of the 18, and whoa! Henry Cardillo.
With a shot.
With a shot. Not quite on frame, but with a shot nonetheless. 26.5 to go now here in this one. Tyron Cameron steps into it. He had set it up on the near side of his own 6, and now it's going to be headed forward by Devin John across that midfield line. Sailors possess. Pete Dorr has this one. Works it to the big circle, finding the foot of Reese John, and he's going to try and chip it right back up to Pete. Couldn't connect. Now his brother Devin jumps in there, and they're trying to usher a whistle. They get it. Wow, on the handball. Now it's taken in once again by the boys in white. This is Munoz working it outside to Sandoval. And here comes a service from Eagle Valley, but Welch is out there. Nice job from Charlie to make sure he was right in the lane. Cardillo now to Castor, big circle. Kevin Castor avoids pressure, gives it off to Reese John. John gives it to his back line, and Sam Brown works it near side to Scott on one-touch play. Now Scott goes all the way back to Charlie Welch, who is just outside his own 18. You can see the difference in the tenders here. Charlie's a little bit more focused on staying inside that 18, maybe hovering a few yards outside. Axel Kovac was a roamer. He got caught there in that late stage of half number one, and I think that maybe that's where some of this timid play comes from for Charlie as well, because I know that the Sailors goalies tend to kind of try and push play as much as they can. Yet another thing I've made up here on an evening that is becoming brisk. 25 minutes left in this second half of play. At least you and I can enjoy all of the jokes. You know what I mean? We're laughing a lot in the press box. We're having fun. Shelby's not really, but, you know, she can only hear about half of what I'm saying anyways. It's going to be Welch now to punt this one away. 24-41 remaining in this game now here from Gardner Field. It's going to be taken to the big circle by Reese Johns. Swings it outside, finds the foot of Kleins. Kleins works it up that left wing to Pete Dorr. Cheeky little play back to Kleins. Couldn't connect, though, on that little chip through. Instead, it's taken back by Eagle Valley. Now the Sailors with a tackle of their own. However, an errant play becomes a throw-in for Steamboat, far side just around that midfield line. Toss comes quickly, but it's put right back forward by Eagle Valley. Now an interception from Devin John. Kept alive by Caparelli. What an effort there from Ollie Caparelli. Worked right back to him. Caparelli sets it up to Washburn. Washburn turns a corner. Keeps it alive. Oh, he went down there. Murat Washburn, I thought he was going to have enough to keep it alive, but he stumbled, and I believe his knee or ankle. That's not good. So they're going to stop the clock, and we will take a quick break, sending it back to the studio.
No music. They shut me off.
Oh boy. That was awkward. Yeah.
Take a moment to put down that snack bar. We still got drinks going. We got meatball sandwiches. We got a free pie, of course, and some chili and chips. So Jack Hod's sister comes up to me when she's 5 or 6 and coaching soccer. Coach Ben, why does everyone just keep running? Can we just stop?
You're like, no. That's actually kind of the game.
It's hard down there.
That's awesome.
First trainers on the field. Here we go. Oh, Washburn up.
So Murat getting helped by the trainer here. Not good to see him go down. It was somewhat awkwardly, almost, I mean, it looked as though from up here that his knee gave out. Possibly an ankle. Don't know which would be better. I don't know there is really, don't know if there is a good outcome to that one. 23-28 remaining here from Gardner Field. Your Steamboat Sailors down 4-1, and they are looking for something, anything here towards the tail end of this one. You want to make sure, even in a game like this, 4-1, you can see a lot of goals quickly in soccer, especially high school soccer, but the way that this game has been trending, you got to think that possibly this is maybe not just an outcome that you're trying to come up with. You want to just make sure that you're playing hard through the rest of this game if you're a Steamboat Sailor. That's my coaching. So throw in coming in. Looks as though joining the fray is Bryce Zetzman for the Sailors. And he quickly gets his first touch on the ball. No, he does not. That went off a defender, apparently. Kevin Castor going to throw it from the near side for the Sailors. And he tosses into Cardillo. Henry Cardillo trying to work his way out of a phone booth. Couldn't do it. Worked up the other direction in a foot race here. An opportunity for Eagle Valley to potentially stretch a man. Oh, and he decides to try and cut back himself. Great hustle there from Sam Brown. Foul coming up. Free kick for Steamboat. Quick restart. And it looks as though injured player behind the field, Devin John, grasping his knee for Steamboat. Finally, the whistle blows. So, in a matter of 1 minute, we've seen two players go down. I think this one may just be a pulled muscle, perhaps. He's getting help from Charlie Welch over there. We'll step back to the studio for 30 seconds. Devin John.
He said no.
Pull yourself together over there. You're supposed to know everything.
Put our hands together for Mr. John tonight. Excellent effort. I might not tell you when people score, but when they're hurt.
Love it.
Drop ball.
Back with you here from Gardner Field. And we'll see what happens on this. Devin John getting helped off the field. Like I said, I believe that one looked more of as though it was a pull potentially because he was kind of getting it worked out by Charlie. So any which way, some more some more soccer coming to you here from Gardner Field.
Drama.
More drama. 22-35 remaining in this one. Do want to take a moment to thank the sponsors. Yampa Valley Bank, the Yampa Valley's only locally owned bank, member FDIC. Also Alpine Lumber, employee owned and operated, the contractor's choice, the homeowner's friend. Intercept by Eagle Valley. They work it up that right wing. And it's going to be a service from that side. Bounces around. Welch was down. It's kicked out. Nice job supporting Charlie on that as he was kind of down and out, trying to make a dive at that initial service, but he could not get a touch on the ball. Eagle Valley battles. Nice job, though, from Cardillo. Ever calm. Gets it off to Kevin Castor. Reverses course away from one defender, then goes upfield. Kevin Castor could probably play linebacker, but he's on the soccer field, so that always makes for interesting play. Here is Caparelli trying to give it off there to an overlap man. That is Spiegel out there. I know that name. It sounds familiar somewhat. And now it's going to be kicked up that field of play, and Kleins has it carry him off of him and go out of bounds. 21 and a half to go in the game. Going to be another illegal throw. Was that the third one by my count here today for Eagle Valley? Kevin Castor following up his own chance. He's going to rip one. Big save there for Tyron Cameron. Nice effort from Kevin Castor, and at this point in the game, I love to see that. I mean, you've got to get something on frame and challenge this keeper. Now a handball called by wow. They're going to say shoulder ball. Play on. 21:01 remaining here. And an opportunity for possession on a throw-in from Eagle Valley. They're going to toss it into Munoz. Munoz turns, sends one across to the near side. Good connection initially. Opportunity for the Devils. They're at the top of the 18. Great little tackle there from Sam Brown. Gets follow-up help from Kleins. Stops on a dime and works it upfield, finding the foot of Reese John. Nice little touch, but he can't follow up with a second effort. Instead, turn back again. This is Sandoval who will lead the charge. And man goes down at the top of the 18 of Steamboat. Turned back by the Sailors. A whistle blows foul and a free kick behind the play.
That's a tripod. Just that one.
20:16 remaining here in this game. 4-1 score with Eagle Valley on top of your Steamboat Sailors. Want to make Mountain View Car Wash helping the Sailors clean the competition between town and McDonald's on Highway 40. Also, Russell's Auto Salon, your premier full-service auto body shop where you always meet by accident. Call Russell's at 879-1515. So the free kick. It's going to be on frame, and nice job there from Welch. Realizing it was going wide, had his angles covered, and it is going to become a goal kick. Under 20 to go in the game now. Want to also thank Steamboat Ace Hardware, the helpful place for hardware, plumbing, tools, grills, garden, and more, offering customers knowledgeable advice, helpful service, and quality products. And, of course, the Paoli Group. If you're searching for your own prime real estate, give them a call at 870-0552. Ball comes to the near side, skips over a defender's head there for Eagle Valley, and indeed it did not touch him, and so it becomes a doubles ball as it will be across the sideline. Tossed in by Escobar. He finds the foot of Munoz, tries to go up that right wing with a nice little chip feed, and it's going to be Kleins back there with the body positioning, earning Charlie Welch a goal kick. 19 minutes to go now. Going to be worked up now to the midfield line off the goal kick, and an errant play there from a defender. Almost opened up a chance for Pete Dorr, but he wasn't quite able to chase that down and create offense. Instead, we do have a whistle, and it will be a throw in deep here in Eagle Valley territory. Steamboat to take it, end of their own bench. It's going to be tossed into the foot of Reese John. John tries to make a move to the middle of the pitch here and finds Castor with the pass. Goes back to Sam Brown. Brown to Castor again. Kevin Castor will just escape pressure with a nice little move. Works it up, looking for Caparelli into the 18. Caparelli on a foot race. Went in there trying to contend for that ball, but Tyron Cameron able to win the race, and he will go to the top of his 18 before punting it away. Looks as though he may have gotten hit in the man parts. Worked upfield to the midfield line. Possession Steamboat. Worked again to Castor.
Man parts.
I mean, I'm not wrong. I'm just saying. 17:44 left in this one. Eagle Valley will take over. And a long through ball up that right wing. Oh, that's a beautiful feed. Eagle Valley one-touch service, back post. Welch was there, connected on, but it's put into the back of the goal. No goal on it, however. Handball, I believe. Is it a handball or an offsides? I'm trying to get a read on it. That's what I thought. It looked like it was a handball there in the 18. Very nearly became another goal, the fifth of its kind, but whistled down. They do say handball, and so free kick for Steamboat. 17:06 to go and ticking down in this game. It remains 4-1. I've got to say, though, shout out to the clock keeper. She's done an excellent job throughout the evening, crushing it over there. And she even told me that she maybe will be an Adult Sport Athlete of the Week on my show. Maybe. Is that a maybe? Looks as though things are getting situated. Maybe a yellow card deemed necessary.
Don't touch the whistle.
Don't push the maybe, baby. Great movie. It's going to be a free kick for Steamboat, as we are quoting Major Payne in here. What do you do for fun? Well, sometimes I like to hang upside down and take a bar and put it back together real quick.
My nosebleed.
So we've got ourselves a throw-in from the near side. Obviously a barn burner here from Gardner Field. 4-1 score. Unfortunately, your Sailors on the wrong end of that one so far. No scoring in the second half, though. Sailors do have to try and put a few more on frame. I like Kevin Castor's attempt, back around that 21-minute remaining mark, because he was at least going on goal and testing this new keeper. It's Tyron Cameron. Cameron is going to step off of this ball, let his defender kick it away for him. He's still not feeling too good. per his body positioning and body language. Ball worked upfield now. It's going to be taken by Eagle Valley. Again, they've got numbers, and this time it gets by Sam Brown, but man had to turn back for it. It's Sandoval who will take over. Brown slides back, at least able to get a little bit of help back there, and then he goes down. Henry Cardillo works upfield for Steamboat. Long ball attempt. Not going to quite have enough on it. Eagle Valley does take it back for at least a moment. However, the Sailors again in good position, able to turn it back the other direction with under 16 minutes left in the game. Nice service. That was a good-looking play, and Caparelli out there contending for that. But Cameron slides out and makes a good play of his own. So we will have a Steamboat throw-in deep here in Eagle Valley territory. A measure of revenge there, I think, for the keeper. He noticed that was Caparelli, who was the man who barreled in on him before we get going. However, we will have ourselves a substitution. Checking back into the game, first time since he started, was Alfredo Perez. And out goes Alex Spiegel. Now it's Castor. Makes a nice move. Top of the 18 here. Trying to get away from a double team. Taken down in the process. Penalty kick. Wow. That was right on the edge, you know. Living life on the edge. 14:45 left. And the Sailors will have a chance. Oliver Caparelli steps in. He wants another go of it. He already scored on a PK back in that first half and is looking to make it 2 for 2. He just absolutely bombed it by the keeper. That was, of course, Brandon St. Onge in the first. We'll see if he can replicate the effort. Caparelli gets the whistle. Steps in, fires one into the back of the goal. Cameron was able to decide correctly on that. He dove the right way, but Caparelli had too much on it, and he scores for the second time here this evening. It's 4-2. And a unique circumstance in that a couple penalty kick goals. You don't see a whole lot of that. I was just covering them off a county game the other day, you see. And there was 2 safeties.
Guys, and get these Sailors psyched up.
I was covering Moffat County football the other day, and there were 2 safeties in one game. And my color guy was like, I've never seen a safety in high school football. There was 2 in a matter of like 3 minutes. 14:30 remaining. Now we've got 2 PKs. Bringing it back to tonight's matchup. 4-2 game. Eagle Valley still on top, but your Sailors do have the latest goal. Free kick coming up here, however, for Eagle Valley. And they're going to go for goal on this. That one off the mark. No messing around, though, from Alexis Ramos. He decided to just try and challenge Charlie Welch, though, again. You can see he puts a lot of effort into his craft of goalkeeper. And he does definitely have a good read on some of the angles out there. Here now is Scott. He got it from Welch. Turns up near sideline. Got it up to Zetzman. Worked it to the middle of the pitch, but it's going to be taken over by Eagle Valley. Lofty ball, well upfield and across the end line with a lot of speed left behind it. It's going to be a goal kick for Steamboat. 13.5 minutes left in the game now. I do want to thank Yampa Valley Bank, the Yampa Valley's only locally owned bank, member FDIC. Also Alpine Lumber, employee owned and operated, the contractor's choice and the homeowner's friend. Possession for Eagle Valley. Devils trying to attack here in the waning moments of this one, once again with a 4-2 lead. They turn, they fire, shot stopped by Welch, comes back out, and the rebound is free, still in the 6. Great hustle play there. Sam Brown turns it upfield. However, we do have a whistle. It looks like that was an offsides. That's interesting. So that would have meant that even the first one wouldn't have counted, right? So 12:58 to go here, and an offsides called against Eagle Valley. Clock continues to tick down. 4-2 game. Do want to thank Steamboat Resorts by Wyndham Vacation Rentals. If you have friends coming to town, give them a call at 879-8000. Ask for the Locals Connection discount. And, of course, Mountain Mattress and Furniture, located on Loggers Lane, offering the best prices and service without leaving the valley. Shop local, sleep great. We've got possession for Steamboat at the midfield line. A little chip through. Pete Dorr couldn't get that one to drop in his vicinity. 12:20 left. Worked up to Dorr on the ensuing throw-in. Dorr tries to get around a defender. Once again, caroms off of an Eagle Valley player. Tosses quick there from Dorr. However, premature. Good to see Devin John coming back into the game here. He was out earlier because of I'm guessing it was a pulled muscle there, but he has stretched it out and is good to go. I have not seen Washburn, and I am also not seeing Steph, unless that's Steph over there. So I'm interested as to how Washburn's doing, because, again, that kind of looked a little harmless, and those ones always seem to be the worst. 11:48 to go. Ben is surprised that I knew of such things. He's like, I didn't know you even knew those types of words. It's going to be worked upfield by Eagle Valley. Chipped outside. That one knocked down by Devin John, making an impact right away on his return to the game. Now a nice little lofty through ball. Caparelli has it come down to him. He's got 2 of 2 for Steamboat, and he's wearing number 2 for Steamboat, whatever that means. Worked out to him. Caparelli steps in, fires! Oh, what a stop there from Cameron. He dove right to left, and he was falling, body going down when he punched that one over the goal frame. Excellent stop. Highlight reel stuff from Caparelli and Castor, though. That was a beautiful, beautiful play. Now it's Caparelli to serve up this corner kick, and he's going to get it back post. Oh, and the header just wide. Kevin Castor was trying to say that was a potential foul again, but the center official says, I've already given you 2 PKs, bud. How much more do you want? It's going to be Cameron now, who kicks this one away as a goal kick to come with 10:42 to go. And he gets this upfield, headed forward by Reese John, taken down by Cardillo. Cardillo now works it outside. He's got Caparelli, who was in behind the defense. Whistle blows offsides. Sometimes you find yourself so incredibly wide open, the only thing you can think of is, I must be offsides. Got ourselves a free kick coming up here. Cameron out 10 yards beyond the top of the 18 to take this for his squad. 10-12 remaining in the game now. This is a big, big kick. That one off the head of Devin John. Gets support from the right center back, Sam Brown. Great step on the ball from Brown. Getting away from a double team. Taken down in the process. That one draws wow, no whistle. Now Brown in pursuit. He gets a whistle. That's not fantastic. I mean, he plays on in a situation that even my resident official says was likely at least enough to warrant a whistle of his own. And then you can see he was heated, and I mean, that's a foul that was avoidable. Is that a fair way of putting that? 9:23 to go, and it's going to be served up by Munoz. Tries to go for frame, too much on it, though. Sends it wide. Goal kick for Steamboat. 9:15 on the clock and a 4-2 deficit for your Sailors. Welch sets it, kicks it. Didn't even let his guys get upfield because he is running out of time, and he knows he's got to get 2 on the scoreboard just to tie things up here from Gardner Field. Do want to thank Mountain View and Car Wash, helping the Sailors clean the competition between town and McDonald's on Highway 40. Also, Russell's Auto Salon, a premier full-service auto body shop where you always meet by accident. You can call Russell's at 879-1515. Cameron tried to put a shoulder into a man there. I like it. It's a hockey play. It's going to be booted up now towards that midfield line, possessed by Eagle Valley. They work it outside to Escobar. He goes to his own back line. Now an intercept from Zetzman goes up to Castor. Castor gets away from pressure. He's donning a relatively new haircut here from earlier in the season when he had some spicy arugula. Worked upfield again, and Castor will gather with the right foot. 8:15 on the clock and ticking down. 4-2 lead for Eagle Valley. Sailors trying to come back. Here's Castor. Rips one. Oh! Did not miss that one by a whole lot. Maybe a couple balls lengths. Castor again trying for it at least, and that's what I really like to see here towards the tail end of this one. So Zetzman's going to check out. It looks as though the Sailors are bringing in
Eli Gerber.
Oh, Eli Gerber getting a little chance here. That's some late stage minutes in this. 7:48 to go in this second half of play. The long ball is going to be chased down and eventually dispossessed off of Eagle Valley. Taken back by your Sailors. But an errant pass from Reese John becomes another Eagle Valley possession. And the Devils do try to come up with some extended time with it. Couldn't do it. John Brothers coming up with it for your Sailors. However, another errant feed this time from the foot of Kevin Castor. Translates into a little bit of possessive time for Eagle Valley, but an errant pass of their own. And, man, I'll tell you what, I've used that word at least 3 times in the last minute. That always makes me shiver a little bit. Here comes Caparelli. Serves one up. Oh, almost got a man. Still battling Alfredo Perez. Puts too many laces under the ball. Is that Scopa? I thought that was Perez out there. Help me, I'm blind, man. Come on now. Come on. I thought Scopa had a little bit more flow.
Yeah, I think
it's the intricacies of how I remember who is who. 6:44. Don't tell anyone. It's my secret. 6:44 left here in this second half of play. A 4-2 game. Eagle Valley has it for a moment. Steamboat takes it back. Castor chips one through. He's looking for Dorr. Couldn't connect. Now it is Perez on that far side trying to chase down this loose ball. He's pushed over said ball, and it becomes a free kick for your Sailors. Kleins is going to take this. Jack Kleins steps up, and the Sailors will stack the box with a number of players. Service comes in, and, oh, man, if Cameron had dropped that or at least bobbled it, Steamboat's own Reese John was right there to put it home. 4-2 score, Eagle Valley on top here in this one with under 6 minutes to go now in the game. And once more, here come the Devils. It's been a better half for the Sailors. Obviously, numerically, they've got the only goal thus far. But more than that, I mean, there's just been better offense and sustained pressure from Steamboat, and really the only attacks for Eagle Valley have kind of been in waves. And there's been a few good ones, but it has not been as sustained as we saw in that first half of play. Kevin Castor upfield now. Long ball attempt. Becomes a souvenir here in the stands. Unbelievable. Sign that ball. It's going to be a quick toss. Not sure what just happened. The whistle's blowing. Things are going on that I don't know.
handball.
Handball? Okay. Well, see, that's why I keep you around. 5:10 left. Throwing coming up near side. John drags the right foot, gets it right back in a little give-and-go play there from the old foot of Gerber. Worked up to Henry Cardillo. Tries to get one through. He does have his man. Here now is Pete Dorr. Tried to slide one in to Kevin Castor. Couldn't connect with him. And it's turned back the other direction by the boys in white. Then Dorr stumbles over the ball. Gets help from Perez. They keep it alive for a moment. Perez challenging again. Gets help from Dorr once more as the two of them do come up with possession. Steamboat. However, the pass to Reese John doesn't go anywhere. And then a man goes down for Eagle Valley. So with that, Heath Nager, who has had some good looks throughout the day for himself, is going to slowly make his way to his feet, and the clock is stopped with 4:28 left here in the game. Do want to thank Steamboat Ace Hardware, the helpful place for hardware, plumbing, tools, grills, garden, and more, offering customers knowledgeable advice, helpful service, and quality products. Also, of course, the Paoli Group. If you're searching for your own prime real estate, give them a call at 870-0552.
Drop kick here.
So drop kick coming up now. Is the throw-in the only time that you can't be offsides? Or is a corner also? You can't be offsides on a corner technically, right?
Correct. Any type of...
I'm learning here, guys. Don't worry. Bear with me. Shot on frame. Stop by Welch. Beauty. Again, Charlie Welch has looked really solid in this half. I mean, he hasn't had a ton of chances that have come his way, but he has looked good. So far, the only two things here that I've found you can't be offsides on are, well, actually, there's three technically, I suppose. One, a corner kick. Two, a throw-in. Three, if you're actually onsides to begin with. It's going to be worked up by Brown, a little bit behind Oliver Caparelli. Caparelli, though, gets it back. His pass a little behind his intended target of Pete Dorr. Dorr will chase this one down. Sailors trying to find some late-stage heroics here, but Dorr is dispossessed deep in that far corner there. Eagle Valley takes it and fires it upfield. Under 4 minutes on the clock now. Sam Brown has been moved into that midfield slot. He gets a pass to Reese John, opens up a lane, fires one, stopped by Cameron, dribbles out, and it will go across the end line, becoming a corner kick, but the Sailors finally starting to put some pressure on here, and you can tell it's desperation time now for the boys in black black uniforms. Caparelli slows it down a little bit, and it looks as though, okay, that's why. Another stopped clock here, 3:35 left. I was wondering what was slowing this down, but it was an injury behind the play. And that's kind of something that you're dealing with. This Eagle Valley team does not have a deep bench to go to. So, I mean, they play a lot of minutes here, whereas the Sailors can kind of rotate in and out. Service from Caparelli to the back post. That's headed forward, however, by Boy in White. Taken over by Steamboat once again. A little chip back to the top of the 18. Comes all the way through. Pete Dorr is onside. He's going to turn this one. He's got Caparelli as an escape valve and eventually gets it to him. Caparelli one touch. Keeps it low. He's got a man. And now it's given back to Devin John. Someone's got to shoot the ball. I mean, you don't score any shots you don't take. And there's a rough paraphrase of Wayne Gretzky's old adage. Another hockey reference. Bada bing, bada boom. Chalk it up. That's like 5 today. But that was great pressure, but no follow through. I mean, you've got to make sure that Steamboat, got to make sure if you're Steamboat that you put something on frame. What happened there? Did he step in front of the ball? Okay, so a yellow card dished out to Kevin Montequez for, stepping in front of the ball there on a free kick. Was there any other wording for that, or is that pretty much it? Okay. Sometimes we come up with cool things like hooking and slashing in hockey, but, however much crossover there is between our two sports, it can't be identical, right? No. So, free kick Steamboat. They're going to load the box with a lot of players. Looks as though Sam Brown will be the man to take it. And Brown serves this one up. That's going to be knocked forward by an Eagle Valley defender. Comes back to Brown. Devin John in the area as well. Under 3 to go in the game. Long through ball. Welch is going to come out, and he's going to head this one forward.
Great job, Welch.
Nice job from Charlie. Now a long ball attempt will hop once and then twice and then thrice and end up in the hands of Charlie Welch once more, who got back in a hurry. He'll punt one upfield. Skips over the head of Pete Dorr. Becomes a throw-in for Eagle Valley right around that midfield line. And it is on the far side of the field to play again. Your Sailors left to right on 105.7. Pete Dorr again turns. Keeps it alive for a moment. No, they say it did again cross, so it's another throw-in here with 125 seconds to go in the game. Worked upfield. It'll be taken over, and then there's a foul. Free kick coming up. And some frustration from the Sailors on that. Looks as though it was Reese John who was unhappy with the call. But in all my time, in all my sports that I've covered, I have never actually seen a player win an argument with a ref. It's going to be worked upfield now on the service. And the Sailors do follow up. Reese John trying to come up with some late possession for Steamboat. Good pressure here put on. He's going to try and turn to the sideline with just 75 seconds on the clock now. Tosses into Alfredo Perez. Tried to give it back to John. Cleared out by an Eagle Valley defender. Now it's Devin John who will throw this one in. And they say that the center official deems it went off a Steamboat player last, so just an error on his side. 65 on the clock, and a free throw, not a free throw, sorry. Now service upfield. Here's Pete Dorr. Has it at his feet. Oh, good tackle there. Last man out for Eagle Valley. 50 seconds left. Pete Dorr. Quick toss to Castor. Back to Dorr. Tries to get around a defender. Cleared towards the end line. Off of an Eagle Valley player and out. It'll be a corner kick. Dorr is going to take it with haste. Serves one up. A lot on it. Towards the foot of Cardillo. Now to Devin John. His shot goes well over the goal frame. 25 seconds to go. And this one all but wrapped up here from Gardner Field. Tyron Cameron will kick this away for the boys in white. Keeps it relatively low. Headed forward. Sailors, though, once again watch it. And here comes an attack from Eagle Valley in the last seconds of play, but it will not go. No goal on it, 4-2. The final here from Gardner Field. Hope you've enjoyed it as much as we have. We'll be back. We've got a couple of football games coming up here on Friday. The Sailors are taking on Middle Park, and you can hear that one right here on KTYV 105.7. We're online as well at SteamboatRadio.com, and of course on YouTube on the Steamboat Radio channel.
Our Sailors tonight, hard work, boys.
On FM, brought to you by
Yampa Valley Bank, Alpine Lumber, Mountain View Car Wash, Steamboat Ace Hardware, Russell's Auto Salon, Mountain Mattress and Furniture, Steamboat Resorts by Wyndham Vacation Rentals,
and the Paoli Group with Colorado Group Realty.
Steamboat Sailor Soccer on KTYV Sports on FM 105.7 and SteamboatRadio.com.
Like a whole half, though, you know?
See you Join Big Country Radio KBC, Easy 94.1, and me, Brian Harvey, this Saturday from 2 to 4 from the Community Open House at the new
Ginger, I just have to go play hockey now, you know?
to enjoy free admission, facility-wide, explore the brand new fitness center, plus trainer demos, outdoor exercise classes, and loads of contests and giveaways. The party goes from 2 to 7, but the facilities open at 7 a.m. and are free all day long. Join me as I broadcast from 2 to 4. And stick around as the food trucks arrive and the fun continues. It's the Community Open House this Saturday at Old Town Hot Springs.
Fantastic.
Steamboat Resorts has been welcoming the world to the Yampa Valley for more than 30 years. Hi, this is Todd Seifkin, Executive General Manager for Steamboat.
So I'm going to leave it. I'm
With a large array of properties situated around the mountain base, we can host you, your family, and friends for your next Steamboat vacation. Call us at 879-8000. Ask for your local connection discount. That's 879